Welcome to another episode of Black Eye Platinums, where I platinum review games you may or may not heard of while showcasing gameplay. This is Ro here with Platinum 127, 9 Souls. This is an indie game that was a complete sleeper, under the radar game a lot of people missed out on, and I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't have. This game is every bit of Hollow Knight mixed with Sekiro Shadow Die Twice, which, in my opinion, that's two Game of the Year games right there. So let me explain to you why you need to check this game out. As you can see from that quick clip, there's 10 of y'all because you were going after the other 9, the 9 souls, and you're basically an Avenger. You, quick backstory, wanted to find a cure and had a change of heart. And the change of heart came from this little kid that it's a huge part of you. He's like a little 8-man, don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's very huge. You give him all these gifts that allows him to build a bond. That's part of trophies as well. So yeah, the game roughly took me 55 hours, and that's because of backtracking. I made a mistake. I had to do a second save because some things I missed over. Please don't make that mistake. So you meet all these characters. Here's one of them where you have to collect all the different poisons, which get him like high, I guess, and then it gets y'all the drink. That's how you increase your health for trophies for those. So there's a trophy locked behind these little things that give you map chips. You see them all across the game. They're basically how you see the whole world and you see what items are left. First playthrough, do not, and I repeat, do not force it. Just buy the chips. I made the mistake and forced it on the first one to get the first. There's another trophy where you forcibly take the chips. Don't do that, because if you do a second playthrough, or if you do like a quick scrum save where you use the iCloud, you could just get it right back. And you have to wait to the very end after getting all the chips to be able to do this right here, which is to see your fortune, which is another trophy. Again, it's a lot of backtracking. This guy right here, buy every single one of his items. He has a backstory where I had to make a second playthrough because I didn't do this the first time. You have to buy every single item, which funds his endeavors to kill his brother. And in order for you to get the quest, you got to buy everything. So that's another one. This one right here, this is another incredibly easily missable one where he makes these claymations for Uncle Chubby. That's one of the souls who's a good guy. The little kid makes a claymation of him. So while he's in the process of making these claymations, and I'll show you in the next clip, when he's in the process of doing it, you have 2 rest moments, which is quote unquote 2 days. You have 2 days to break it. All you gotta do is break it once and you get the trophy. Now let's talk about the combat of the game. This is where it shines the most, and it's very much like Hollow Knight and Sekiro. So for Sekiro, this moment right here is parry systems. So when it does the loading like that, you get this thing called an unbind counter. That's basically like the red glare in Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. And there's 2 forms of it. One where it's a jump glare and you hit it on top of the enemy, which is just like in Sekiro. And then the other one, like you're seeing right here during this challenge, where you have to deflect on the ground. Then you have the platformer of Hollow Knight. Oh yeah, really good platforming. Not a lot of games get the platforming done well, but this one is very smooth. I never really had any issues, and this dream sequence was the best form of the platform. Now the biggest comparison for why it's just like Hollow Knight is this right here. There's like plethora of trophies locked behind these. The bosses. These bosses are so unique, and I'm only showing you a few of my favorite, like Lady Eternal and the twins. Like, this is the peak of the game. These bosses got harder over time. Yes, I was sweaty palm. This was one of the sweaty palm moments because you're fighting 2 at once, and just the parry system worked really well. The talisman system, which is basically putting a bomb on them. I mean, these bosses were just so memorable. I can remember 90% of these bosses. I won't even lie, especially the souls. These are some of the souls you fight, and yeah, they have 2 forms. Some of them are so badass they get 3, and it really tests if you know what you're doing. If you've been paying attention, you need to know how to counter, you need to know how to fight. And then there's this boss. Let me just tell you something. You're looking at a clip of this amazing boss fight that took me 3 consecutive hours to learn her patterns, because to get the true ending, you have to fight 3 forms of her in one go on the hardest difficulty. And it was so satisfying. I shouted after I beat her. It's just as anime can get. I love it. Just keep watching this. Yeah, completely satisfying. I will give this game, on top of the backload of all the backtracking I had to do, I would give this game a solid 8.5. It's a very great game. It reminds me so much of Sekiro and Hollow Knight, and I love Hollow Knight, one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely check this game out. Can't wait to show y'all more games I got planned. Thank you for joining in.